My daughter is beautiful. And like all daughters, I hope she understands her beauty has nothing and everything to do with how many times a man glances in her direction as she passes by. I hope she sees the potential threat in letting others dictate who she resembles when she stares herself in the mirror. How long her hair, how pearly white her teeth, the measurements of her hips, bust, and waist. I'd rather she measure herself by the divinity of 21 grams, the amount of weight your soul weighs between here and there. Here meaning now, there being afterlife. I hope she refuses to be candy for anyone whose eye has a sweet tooth, because the eye is not a microscope. It cannot see the small specks, dents, birthplaces, mothers, fathers, which hair stand on end in the morning, insecurities and desires that all exist within. My daughter has a heart. I hope that by the time she's 21, it is more than a frostbitten piece of flesh dangling in a meat locker of a chest somewhere. I'd like to think that when she gets it, it's a little like a yoga pose. Not easy to bend into, but a slow and cautious release of the muscle. My daughter has a mind. I hope that she finds it to be the unlocking of all things. I tell her that with it, dreams are born. And if that weren't true, I wouldn't have dreamt her up. Still, she's smart enough to know that some dreams are just for dreamers, and she must always stay awake. Because sadly, there are people who will try to purchase, package, and reuse her. This is the world's game.